Well, hello everyone, and welcome to my corner of the universe. It's day 6 of Ecamm Live Vlogmas. I'm so excited. I hope you don't mind, but we're going to continue on with this because I've kind of went on a roll yesterday. Had to stop after the recording because I needed to do some other work in the house as well. But I thought we would just continue on today from here. I thought it came out, and I'm trying out something new. I have a new ring light, so that hopefully the lighting will be a little bit better, but we will see how we go. So we're going to start off with adding some more flowers. I think we're just going to continue on our chat from yesterday. So let's see if we can figure out what flower I need next. Ooh, I found one. I quite like these. I like the color combination of these. So we're going to start with this one first and we'll see how we go. Right, and that one's going to go right there, I think. Yeah, that's quite pretty. I think we'll like that. So let's see, what else can we put around it? I think it could use a leaf. So we're going to take a leaf and do that. I don't know about you, but I have had a raging cold for the last several weeks, and I'm very tired. Very, very tired these days. So just trying to get up and get some things done. Anyway, I don't want to stay in bed all the time. That'd be boring. I did stay in bed quite a lot during the pandemic. It was the one place that I felt comfortable. It was the one place that I felt safe, secure, almost snuggled. Because I suppose that's the thing that you miss when you first become alone or widowed or whatever you want to call it, is that you don't get hugs in the same way anymore or in the same number. You just don't get them. And although your kittens and your cats and your dogs and your pets, fish probably not, will give you some of that kind of affection, it doesn't really work for a lot of your spirit, I find, or not a lot of my spirit anyway. And I just needed really a bit more. And of course, when the pandemic started, we all were, well, nobody knew. I mean, nobody knew if we were all going to even survive, let alone, thrive and move forward from and after the pandemic. Nobody knew what was going to happen. I was lucky, and that my next door neighbors are nurses. If I'd had a problem, which I didn't, but if I had, they would have been very happy. I could really count on them to help out, which they did quite a lot when Chris was very, very ill. But we just don't, when something like that, I just don't understand how some people thought it was all just, some kind of a hoax. Not a hoax. I remember hearing about it. I was in the States for the Christmas before the pandemic. I think I've said that before. We're just getting in some news that that there was something happening, but nobody was really that worried about it being anywhere else except in China. I had friends who were teaching in China at the time. They were on lockdown pretty quickly, I think, of everybody else. And they still have a pretty strict protocol there, I guess. I was never one of those people who thought it was a hoax, because who in their right mind would shut down the world like that if they didn't have to? That's never a good thing, is to shut down the whole world unless it's absolutely necessary. But I wasn't happy, but I was glad to help out if I in this any small way that I could. I was still not working at that point, but as we got a little more into the pandemic, I had given up my choir, my community choir, just before, well, when the previous spring when Chris was very, very ill, and that was sort of the end of his illness coming up. So I wanted to be home with him as much as possible. And uh, and I was just, like I've said before, I was just about to get started going back to work and to a school that I really loved being at. It was a terrific little school, um, that I enjoyed very much working at, and the teachers were great, and kids were fun, and it was a good place to be. I didn't do those that way. I wonder if I should. Let's put one on this way and see how it works, shall we? Let's see. Let's just put a couple on there like that. Maybe I can just loop it over like that. Yeah, that's quite sweet. I think they need to be grouped though. I think let's do threes. I don't know why threes seem to work. I know three is the magic number. But as we became more aware that the chances of a lockdown, and whatever that meant, because nobody knew what that meant, were looming, just trying to prepare, making sure you had in at least some food for a few weeks and toilet paper, not hoarding toilet paper. I never got to that point, thank goodness. I don't understand why people would do that anyway. I really do not. And I think we all were just that little bit nervous about what could possibly happen next. To be honest, I thought we were all going to die. I truly believed that that was the start of the apocalypse, or a type of apocalypse. I have never been more thrilled to be wrong, at least in that instance. And who knew that the apocalypse, look, I was looking for, if it was going to be an apocalypse, I was looking for at least one zombie, a couple of aliens, maybe a comet crashing into the earth, something, that was something that I'd read about. What I was not expecting was having internet television, YouTube, Facebook, etc., and home deliveries from the grocery store. That was not really in my apocalypse required list of how you deal with an apocalypse. Just wasn't there. Let's see, does that look sweet in there? That actually kind of looks sweet. We'll have that one too. Let's turn this. I'll show you this table sometime. This is one of my favorite little tables. It's a little antique table. It's a little like a card table you play with playing cards on, and it folds down, so it's just terribly useful, and will go away when it doesn't need to be used. Let's see. There we go. Oh, there we go. I think the colors are prettier. I like the light. Let's see. Now, I haven't used one of these yet. It may be just slightly too harsh for this area, but let's just give it a go. I have a couple of flowers that I think are quite nice, but I'm going to use them quite sparingly. I've got this one, which has this really funny little seed head in the middle, followed by the little fringe, and then kind of goes there. Are we ready for, oh, maybe we're ready for that. Let's put that one on. Let's give it a go, as they say. But I remember as lockdown started, you know, getting things started. I would make my own bread. I would make my own chutney, make my own jam. I made sure that I just ate well. Made a lot of soups, a lot of, you know, healthy stuff. And I didn't order things like crisps, and it's too soon for that one. Let's see. Ooh, that one might be nice. I think we need a big white one. Yep, that'd be pretty. And I listened to, but like I was saying, I spent a lot of time in bed that year. Not because I was sleeping, but because it was, well, go back a little. When Chris passed away, one of the first things I did was to take apart our bed. Take apart our bed, take apart or bring down the bedside tables. I destroyed my furniture in that room. We'd been married for over 40 years. And we'd been together longer than that. So I changed everything in that room. Absolutely everything. I made the room mine. I changed it to, it was sort of a symbol of a new start. And I started doing that just before Christmas, in November, before the pandemic. I changed that room completely around. I repainted it, painted the floorboards, put up new curtains, got rid of all of the old furniture in there, repurposed some things, bought a new bed, new mattress. I'm going to cry here in a second, but it felt like it was the right thing to do, because when you have, I know everything in life changes. So what changes for you from one portion of your life to the next is sometimes a surprise, and sometimes is an unwelcome surprise. So I decided that it was time to just start again. I could either allow myself to live in the past or start planning for something new to happen. I had a plan, an idea of some things I would like to do, slightly newer direction or different direction from where my career was. To say that I was burned out at that point with the cancer, and I was working a lot. I workshopped all over the country. I workshopped a lot over the world. I'd written books. I'd done all sorts of stuff. And I was feeling done. I was just feeling sad and sick in my soul. So I needed something to be a new direction for me. And that was where we started. And that's okay. Because one, I now have the office of my dreams, even though I'll be leaving the office of my dreams when we move, or when I move. One of those things it's hard to get out of saying the words we. And what's even harder, and I'm going to leave you this little thought today, as I'm going to continue on with this for a little while, is you're going to miss the hugs. You're going to miss the closeness. You're going to miss the fights. You're going to miss everything. And memory is good. This time of year is such a good time to remember things. And I am going to have a little cry now. And that's okay too. I think crying is actually kind of healthy to do. I think it's a good thing for you to do. So, I'm not sad. But sometimes memories come out in through your eyes. So, everybody, go hug somebody you love today. Don't go up to somebody on the street you don't know, because I think that would probably not be terribly welcome. But go and have a hug to somebody. And please go and have a lovely day wherever you are. We'll see you tomorrow from my corner of the universe to yours. Woohoo! It's that time of day again, and it's time to open the Little Ducky Advent Calendar box. I wonder what will be inside today. Day 6. A ducky or an accessory? Let's see. Let's see what's inside. You'll see it before me. Let's see what's inside. Here it comes. It looks like a little ducky. What's he doing? What's a little ducky? A little ducky and an accessory. How cool is that? It's a little ducky with little ducky rabbit ears. Oh, cute little ducky with rabbit. And he's got a little snowflake on the front. How cute is that? You can join the others. See you tomorrow.